Listen, I want to talk to you today about something real simple. If I can do this, you can do this. And I'm not saying that as some cute motivational line. I'm saying it because of where I came from, because of how I started, and because of how absolutely unprepared I was when federal construction first hit my life. Most of you listening to this, you're out there grinding in residential and commercial construction. You're fighting for every dollar. You're bidding against 10 other contractors who are undercutting you by the hour. You're dealing with customers who don't appreciate you, who argue about every little thing, who drag out decisions and delay payments. And you think federal contracting is some unreachable thing, something reserved for big companies, smart people, cheap people with money, or people with connections. Let me tell you something. I didn't have any of that. I didn't finish college. I didn't come from some polished background. I didn't walk into this with confidence or clarity. My introduction to federal construction, which I talk about in chapter 2 of my book, wasn't strategic. It wasn't planned. It wasn't polished. It was raw. It was uncomfortable. And it hit me before I ever understood what a contract even was. And that's the point I want you to hear. I didn't start ahead of anybody. I started behind most of you. Some of you have 20 years of real construction experience. Some of you have run crews, run businesses, handled equipment, dealt with inspectors, survived recessions, solved problems on the fly, and learned how to keep jobs moving when everything fell apart. All of that, every piece of it is more than I had when I began my federal journey. The only difference between you and where I am now is one thing. I learned the federal process. That's it. Federal construction isn't harder. Federal construction isn't more technical. Federal construction isn't for the elite. Federal construction is just different. There are rules, there is structure, there is documentation, there is predictability, and once you understand that system, everything opens up. But here's the part most people never realize. You already know how to do the work. You just need to understand the process. I've met contractors who can frame a house blindfolded, who can run a roofing crew with one hand tied behind their back, who can solve problems in minutes that would take government inspectors 3 meetings. And those same people talk themselves out of federal contracting because they think they're not qualified. Let me be clear. If a 15-year-old kid who didn't know anything could get thrown into federal work and eventually master it, then you, with your experience, your grit, your hard-earned skill, absolutely can do this. What holds most people back isn't ability, it's belief. They believe federal work is too complicated. They believe it's too bureaucratic. They believe they're not smart enough or prepared enough or connected enough. No, you just need to learn the rules of the game. And once you do, everything gets easier. You get paid on time. You deal with professionals, not emotional homeowners. You have repeatable work. You have real margins. You have stability. And you finally stop racing to the bottom. I'm telling you this from experience. You are more capable than you think. You don't need a degree. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a massive team. You don't need a fancy truck. You don't need to know everything before you start. You just need the willingness to step into a new system and learn it. If I can learn it the hard way, you can absolutely learn it with guidance. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I don't know if I'm ready, I don't know if I can pull this off, I don't know if I'm good enough, I want you to remember something. My journey didn't start with confidence. It didn't start with knowledge. It didn't start with experience. It started with being thrown into the fire and choosing to pay attention instead of quitting. And if that kid could grow into someone who has completed or overseen over 1,000 federal contracts, then you, right where you are today, can absolutely start your own path. No excuses. If I can do it, you can do it.